You can love him more, but trust nobody. You can love him more, but trust nobody. Like I was saying, I just remembered a story. Today is a story about betrayal. Oh yeah, and welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Mwaka the Wifeprenuer. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel. On this channel, we're all about the juicy stuff about starting a small business, starting a side hustle, productivity, and social media growth. Okay. You can love him more, but trust no one. Right. Okay. I think I need some wines for this. Right, my dears. Yay. So once upon a time, I had a full-time job. But when I got married, I had to make a choice to start a business. And then I had to quit my job. So if you're new to this channel, please go up here. There's a video that I'll link here where this story is coming from. Okay, so it's just a continuation of what happened, of what transpired in 2017-18, right? Because I quit my job in 2019, beginning of the year. But it's not like I just quit my job because my husband told me so or because I got married. No, I wanted to start a business, and I was ready about it all. I had it all figured. But now the problem was I had a very good friend that I considered a sister. If I say sister, I mean sister. I could share everything. This is someone that I took in. This is someone that I shared with everything, materially, spiritually, financially, all aspects of life. Okay, this is someone that she was chased out by a close relative. I managed to take her in. We managed to get a place for her. And that time, girls, I was still a student. I think I'm a very naive person. Sometimes my husband says that. Not that it's a bad thing, but I love giving people chances, you know. And when I meet you the first time, you are genuine and we are close and I get to know you, I feel, I don't know, I don't have that thing of holding back, like I can't share this much, I can't go to this extreme. I give all in. That is just how I love people. So it's not like once I thought like something bad will happen to our relationship, to our friendship, or get to a point where we're not even talking to each other. So this is where the juicy part started. Right, so beginning of 2017, this girl knew I was dating my husband that time, and we were already we were dating like a whole year, 2 months, 3 months or something like that, because we started dating in October of 2016. October of 2018 we got married. So 2017 was our first year anniversary. We had decided we are going to get married this following year. So of course, if I have to get married, I didn't like where I was working. I didn't like the place where I was working. It's a remote place, so it was more depressing on my side, because for one, I wasn't used to such an environment, and 2 and 3 and 4, it's a whole lot of other stories. So I was like, I wanted to quit that job because I had started already business. I know how business works. So I go ahead and I talk to my boyfriend then, fiance, whatever, fiance, fiancé. So we had a talk, we had a chat. So this is how our future is going to be like, because he was also tired of of me complaining about the situation where I am and whatnot. So I was like, okay, you are good in business, so maybe you can start something else. I was like, definitely, that is my plan. So we go ahead, we talk about whatever our plans. This is how we're gonna start. This is what I'm good at. I know this my traditional food cooks, and so we need someone. So this friend of mine, sister friend of mine, she was working in a restaurant before. So she gets fired. I don't know how true that is. So she claims she got fired. The guy, the boss, the ex-boss was not a good boss and whatnot. Fine. As we are talking at that time, 2017, she's turning 30. Was it 30 or 31? Then she's like, guys, I'm going to turn 30 and I do not have anything. So we see an opportunity. It's like, okay, fine, I am working, so we can go ahead and start looking for a place. In fact, we started looking for a place with my husband before we initially let her in our plans. Fine. So we start drafting that funny business plan that you just follow. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a business plan that can just help you stay focused and know what you do with your business. But this business plan is not one that you take to the bank to go borrow money. This is just an outline that can help you to know what to do. Okay, fine. So we drafted that, done, started looking for places where we can, you know, establish our business, but it was tough. Then I go back to that remote. That when we were discussing that, that was December, January of 2017. December of 2016, January of 2017, somewhere. So I had to go back because I had to go start working. So when I go back, I call some of my friends. I call for favors for some of my friends in town. One of my tailors, Dicta, she has a beautiful place in town. She's a tailor, and so I just spoke to her. I'm like, I'm looking for a place where I can start a small business of cooking, selling home cooked meals. She got me a place, 3,000, a very nice place. She gives me the number of the landlord. The landlord is like, no, you can have the place, but I need both the deposit and the month, the rent for that specific month. So I did that. I told the guys, my husband and this girl, that time, this is the story, this is what's going to happen. We got a place, so guys, let's get moving. I asked her to bring the fridge that I had given her. She brings it in. We started with our own dishes, we started with our own pots, we started with everything. I thought it was going to be perfect as I had imagined, because I didn't expect, I expected loyalty, I expected I don't know, things to run smooth, you know, not betrayal. So now Mugel, I tell her, this is the plan. She knows what you're supposed to cook. At least make stew, rice, stew, pap, whatever the case is. She goes and buy a 2.5 kg of top score, 2 grams of rice, and she goes and Pick and Pay, then Hill. Pick and Pay to buy meat for stew. In those trays, whatever you call them, the white stuff, the tray, I call it like a tray, where you put where there's those little pieces of meat, and it's Pick and Pay we're talking about. It's just like a small thing like this. It's already $100. Then she goes and buy 1 sack of potatoes, 7 kgs of potatoes, onions and tomatoes. That's where she's going to start. I didn't know this. My husband was working a full-time job, and it was hell. It was hectic also. So he goes to work from 7 until 5 o'clock. He only had a 30 minutes lunch break. So from 5, we never had a car. He didn't have a car. 5, he needs to get home. It's northern industry. It's tough to get a cab from there to where he was staying. So obviously when he gets home, he's tired, exhausted. He's a mechanic. The whole day you are lifting things. So it's only some days when he can make it, because 5 o'clock that he is knocking off, it's also the time she is also closing. So basically nothing much happens, only in the weekends. So my husband goes there over the weekend to see what is going on. That is the receipts that he's ended. He takes the pictures of the receipts he sends me. This is what happened. I'm like, okay, wow, let's give her a chance. The following week, we're like, okay, from the things that you have sold, and the food will sell. By 3, she has nothing to sell. She even decided to start making fat cooks and then putting those curry bunnies, they say, you cut in the middle, you put mince, and then you put whatever in there. She was selling all those things. The second week goes by. My husband goes to check the situation. He's telling me things are not going well here. And he can't really approach her like aggressively. He tells me and he complains to me because I am the friend to this girl. And like I said earlier, maybe I am naive. It's true. I'm like, no. I start giving excuses on her behalf. You see, I'm like, and then he's telling me this person. Today when I went there, it seems she has been bringing her friends from her location, so they all come here. They do whatever they do, whatever money they make, they eat. Because every day, that's why I even opened a second account with a certain bank. I'm like, okay, let's do this every Friday, or it was every day or every Friday. Please deposit something into the account to show the progress, because you cannot tell me. Because now she was explaining to my husband, like, the things when they're finished, when she's done selling, whatever she gets from there, that's what she's going to buy stock for tomorrow. And knowing business, I had sold food before, and that is not how it works. Because you start with pap and fish today. By the end of the day, the following day, you can get more pap, more fish, more chicken, more meat, and cool drinks. That is just basically how it works. But in this case, it was different. So for her, she was like, no, whatever I'm making today, it's what I have. The following day, it's the same money that I have to go and buy stock. Eventually, her boyfriend started coming. The baby daddy started coming to the business, to the premises. At this point, I start sending my husband's brother, my brother-in-law. He starts going there to inspect. He's an accountant. He goes there. Things are not working. So the days that he's not busy, he just decides to stay there at least 2-3 hours to monitor the situation. That time, that's when I'll get something. That's when we'll get something. Let me just close the door. Then we gossip some more. So that is how that month went by. Every week I'm asking her, can you please deposit something? I even took on a trip to Tsumeb. It was the second time I went to go visit my mother-in-law before we got married. Now I'm like, I'm going to Tsumeb. I was meeting my husband. We were meeting each other in Tsumeb. So she's like, she's promising, no, there will be something. No, I think this weekend it's busy. It's like the 20th. So at least there's some sort of money. No, maybe I'll send at least 300 in the account. Okay, fine. But the good thing about me, I always had money that I'll put aside for emergency, to make sure that it's for airtime, you know, long distances, relationship. So it's for airtime, data, also whatever emergencies that come. We go to Tsumeb. Saturday, I am waiting. Sunday, I have to go back. My husband also has to come back to window. Saturday, it's 12. I'm like, I call her, she's giving me excuses, she's alone, there's no way she can just close and go to the bank, there's long queues and whatnot and whatnot. That time we didn't have these deposit at the ATM. So she gives all the excuses, it's fine. It's 3 o'clock. Weekends 3 o'clock, the banks are closed. On Sunday, all the banks, they don't even open. How will I go back? Now I am stranded. Guys, I was stressed. I think I'll put a picture here. I remember perfectly that day. I remember that day. That was just the end of this whole relationship, of this whole friendship, of everything. Guys, I waited for that money. I waited. Sunday came. I texted Mugelo. Mugelo doesn't reply. Monday, I went back. I was so confused that a lot of thoughts just came in my head. And I'm this one person, I'll think about how bad the situation is, about how much I want to scream to you, about what words I want to use to you and whatnot. But by the time I'll talk to you, I have calmed down, because I don't know, I fight with it by myself. I don't like hurting people. So before I really open my mouth, I have to think for the possible reasons why you maybe did what you did. So at this point, I'm going to work. I'm thinking, why did this girl do this? Why is she not replying? I mean, we are the one that invested even a lot more. For her, it was just to do something for herself. We just felt like we are both, you know, in a situation we both need money. I mean, she has a child. You're just thinking, okay, when we make this work, it's going to work for both of us. Whatever we're going to make there, we're going to share it however we're going to share it. But it's something, at least you're not begging from someone, you know? Because the whole idea was that thing started, it would have started, that was around May, if I'm not mistaken. I'll check through the pictures and see. So let's say it was around May. That thing was going to run that whole year. May, April, May, June, July, August, September, October was going to be our wedding. November. By December, that is the 10th month. 9th month. And I was going to join her that time. Then we continue. That is how I had planned on quitting my job. It's not like I just decided to just quit one day and no, my husband is going to take care of me. No. It's just that I was tired. Whatever I was doing, it was draining me mentally. The work environment was draining me mentally. Now, after a long morning, I'm thinking what I should talk to, what I should text, what I should say. I'm calling, the girl is not picking up. At the end of the day, I think I even got blocked. I'm texting, what is really going on? First, I called the lady that got me the place, to rent that place. I asked her, how is it going there by my place? Did you see that girl in there today? She's like, it's been 3-4 days. I haven't seen her. She doesn't come. The place is locked. Actually, I was thinking of calling you, but it's just that I am busy. Yeah. Called my husband. I told him the update. He went there. He got the place was indeed locked. Like, locked. Guys, I'm not talking about the second month. We are still in the same first month, where we put already 6 maybe 7,000. But it's because she didn't feel it, because she didn't contribute to this 7,000, because we knew it definitely she didn't have anything. So she was just going to help us at least to get 3,000 or more. In fact, more, because that 3,000 we pay rent for the following year, then just something and a bit extra to continue again with the business. But we didn't mind losing that 7,000 because it was the start. My husband gets there, the place is locked. He asks around the people, like, it's been a week, 5 days, we haven't seen that lady. Because the idea was like she works from Monday to Friday. I understand she's a mother. So he got the keys from the lady, because he is the one that went to go pay, so they knew each other. He got the keys from the lady, the second spare keys from the lady. We're just trying to put her in charge. But I guess it's because we were younger than her. It's because she was turning 30, if I'm not mistaken, or 31. And we were just 26. So maybe she felt like we are too young to be telling her what to do, to be controlling her and whatnot. Yeah, I'm recording. I'll come out now. So that's what happened. Because it was towards the end of the month, we had to take out our things, everything out of the place. Because I was far, I couldn't employ someone. The girl that got me the place was suggesting I get someone else, but I didn't have the 3,000 to pay for the following year, because that month we paid that much. Me and my husband, we took from our salaries. Okay, this is in 1 year you have to save for a wedding, and you also want to start this. So it's not like we didn't want to touch our savings to risk another month, because whatever we were saving for our wedding. So we're like, it's fine, we can just give up. We can just leave, or just do it when I'm there with someone that I can see, someone I can tell, someone I can manage the business with, you know, a helper of some sort. Because yeah, so listen to you ladies. The biggest lesson that I learned from here is, one, you don't mix friendship with business. 2, money. When it comes to money, yeah, when it comes to money, trust nobody when it comes to money. And number 4, just have friendships that have limits out of everything. Just don't also borrow money from friends. Don't. Betrayal is real. The following year, 2019, the whole of 2018 I didn't see here, I think 2019, should I say we met, or I was walking in a certain direction, she was coming and I was going. The moment she saw me, we both saw each other at the same time. She just turned around, went back wherever she was coming from, and just went there. She never, like I said earlier, she never texted me, she never called me back to tell me what happened since that 300 that was supposed to be sent into our account from the Tsumeb trip. From that time, she just locked the place, took whatever was hers, and left ours in there without telling us that this is the story. I won't be able to come back, look for somebody else. No. But I guess it's like she was feeling that she's taking orders from us. We are insulting her. We are telling her what to do. She didn't like that. So that's how she closed. So we took our things also and handed back the keys and said, shame, we tried. When I started this cooking business, the shop where I usually buy my packaging stuff, that's where she works. So 2019, around May, June, and I went to this specific shop. I went in there to buy this stuff, and she was right there. She was the cashier. There was no queue, so it's not like you can see that I'm coming. When I'm almost approaching, you can leave. No, I don't know, it's not really visible. There's stands that has other things there, so you can't really see. So I just walked and just came. Guys, me when you do that, when you decide to, I override people. If you know what override is, I really override people. So she was a complete stranger to me. We never spoke about it up to now. And she was just, you could see the guilt on her face. It was terrible. But I just pretended like, not pretended, it's just how I am. I just acted as it's supposed to be, like I don't know, just like any other cashier that I do not know. So she went on, she did that. And I'm sure that's why she realized that I'm back in the business. And I think she said hi or something like that. I just said hi back. So let me know in the comments if you're ever being betrayed by a friend who is now a stranger to you, a total stranger. What is your story in your case? Besides that, guys, make sure that you don't share money with your friends. Make sure that you don't involve your friends in your business, because one thing about business, you are the only one that knows you're the only one that knows the vision of your business. So because you see the bigger picture, the next person that you appoint does not see the bigger picture that you have. So they'll just destroy it for you, or they'll just not have it worked out. So that was just the greatest lesson that I learned from there, just to never trust anyone with my business, and to make sure that I have to be there running that business. If I'm not there every day, at least every other day or every 2 days, just to make sure that things are running smoothly. So be careful. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. In the meantime, guys, just make sure that you check out these 2 videos that I have up here for you. I'll see you in my next one.